Well, hi everybody again. Today is another day of the markets here, and what we have seen so far over the last 2 3 sessions would be that the markets actually have been drifting lower. Now, what I see today actually should be very interesting here. From second half yesterday, we have started seeing actually put writing happening at lower levels. So when you're talking about the near the money actually writing in the options, basically it indicates that there is a resistance on the higher side. So 10,250, 200, that sort of region is going to actually pose a very stiff resistance here. And then again, you start talking about at the lower levels. Overall, the range around 9980, the range around 10,110, those sort of support basically is going to come. So I would believe 10,110 is a very strong support. But if any chance if he breaks that, then I think it's a very good idea to actually write puts at the lower levels around 10,000. Because again, it's highly unlikely that markets again are going to break those levels unless and until you start seeing VIX spiking up and Bank Nifty very critically, Bank Nifty breaking 25,000 levels. If Bank Nifty breaks that, then basically the channel opens up. So far, the Bank Nifty is not breaking down and there is no aggressive selling there, which tells me to the fact that actually the good sort of strategy for the near term would be to actually write calls on any sort of recovery in the Nifty because it's looking quite sluggish, and the right puts if there is any sort of fall from here, which indicates to the point that I have quite a range bound view perhaps for the next two sessions. In terms of a medium-term structure, if you just want to take a market outlook here, at present still look like a bull market, so buy on dips. But you just have to be slightly cognizant in the way VIX is shaping up, in the way positions are shaping up. So I think wait and watch. I think perhaps is slightly better idea if you are taking a medium-term view. A near-term over a two-session view, perhaps use actually sharp jumps in Nifty futures for writing calls and use sharp dips actually for writing puts. Perhaps I think if you're following my tweets, I think that the levels are going to be very clear for you. Now, in terms of what are actually the trends in the sectors, sectors like again metals basically those again are looking quite weak here. In metal again, stock like Hindalco, Vedanta actually had a positive news that the power plants are restarting, but then overall metal prices actually have been correcting. So from that sentiment perspective, some sort of lower drift actually could still be seen. There are good short positions in Hindalco, good short positions basically in Hindustan Zinc. So you have to be very nimble footed because when metal prices start turning, the stocks will also start turning. So on a trade perspective, I think Hindalco is looking weaker. In terms of oil prices, there are different views that perhaps the crude oil prices are going to go to 80 or 100. My view is actually for crossing even 68 or 69, actually you just require no incremental production from shale. If actually that comes, the crude actually doesn't have much upside here. So from that perspective, I think you have to be really very very cautious about how much exposure you have to ONGC Oil India. In terms of natural gas prices, again the gas prices have been moving up sharply, almost 10% up in the last few sessions in the US market. And with that perspective, if actually you have exposure to imported LNG stocks, stocks like Petronet LNG, or even some sort of negative sentiment around the pipeline stocks, just be cognizant of the fact. For example, GAIL had spectacular result, but the stock is underperforming of two reasons. Number one, not able to break 265 as an important resistance area. But number two, the gas prices actually indicative that perhaps can the volume growth remain strong if the gas prices are going to go up? Some sort of question mark, and there was profit booking in these stocks which actually were outperforming over the last 2 3 months. So just be cognizant of this fact also. Now, bullish positions were being seen in terms of the way Minda Corp, Merck Electronics, Control Print, those stocks have moved. MRF again has been outperforming. I still like Nestle also, and I've highlighted it's like an investment pick for the fund managers, investors. It's actually very good. Then also again Page Industries, Amaraja Batteries, again those stocks have been doing really good. So again, if you want to basically take in terms of a strategy view for bullish portion perspective, I think these stocks perhaps could be looking good. Overall, it could be a lackluster day, and I think you should be really cautious about what you want to pick up. As an investment story, there is always an opportunity. So perhaps I think we are going to keep updating. I think each other, and I will keep on posting about what I'm liking. So just keep on following me. Thanks.